please welcome Vice President for Administration and Finance, Terry Least.
Thank you, Dr. Single. I am honored to begin this year's recognition with the Award for Excellence in Innovative Service. The award is presented to an individual who demonstrates tangible innovation, positive and broad impact on student experience, and embodies the mission of the university, distinguished by role modeling in a professional capacity. John Melick, please come forward. John Melick creates school partnerships, ensures clinical placements for developing teachers, and oversees their recommendations for a state of Montana license to teach. Colleagues say he has distinguished himself as a leader, expanding engagement and sustaining the preparation of distinguished educators for all schools. His innovations have served MSU students, the Gallatin Valley, the state of Montana, and a growing international group of teachers and learners. He reaches out directly to students who are struggling and works to provide opportunities for all students to be successful. Congratulations, John.
I was really hoping not to be first, like to hear what other people would have said. This is a really tremendous honor for me, and something that I'm really appreciative of. I'm really fortunate that I work at an institution that really values innovation, and not just at an institution that does, but really in a college and a department that is supportive of being innovative and thinking outside of the box. But I think I'm most lucky that I'm supported by a team who's not afraid to let me try things and support me, and I know that if I mess up, they'll be there to help me fix it. So it makes it safe to try these fun and innovative things. Thank you all for your help and your support, and thank you for this very wonderful work.
Please welcome the Dean of Gallatin College, Stephanie Gray, to present our next award.
This award is to recognize individuals who have provided outstanding teaching, course development, mentoring of students, and scholarship to online education. This award acknowledges those who have made significant contributions to credit or non-credit programs through inspirational online teaching. Robert Carson, please come forward. Is known for commitment to high-quality online education and teaching. As head of the Education Department from 2001 to 2009, he encouraged the move to online delivery of courses and programs. In 2002, he designed the Northern Plains Transition to Teaching program for educators with a strategy for delivering individual online courses. Colleagues say that his thoughtful approach to online teaching, coupled with his compassionate and rigorous course design, yields a rich experience and inspires learning outcomes. He is regarded as an educator who works tirelessly to ensure that all students have the resources and tools they need to be successful. Congratulations, Robert.
I was actually a reluctant convert to online teaching. If you grew up in the 1950s, you might remember that those matchbook covers that had correspondence courses and programs advertised on the inside cover. And I thought, okay, so you delivered over the internet. How's that any different from a 1950s correspondence course? Well, it turns out that you can make it as good and sometimes better than face-to-face, but it's different. And it was a long learning curve, really, to get a lot of that figured out. I was an early convert, not because I wanted to be, but because circumstance compelled it. But you know, that's serendipity. And the first course that I delivered went okay, it was on WebCT. The next one, we decided to get fancy and add some pictures to some of the documents that we were including in the course. And I got a call from Eastern Montana. One of my students said, you know, it took 45 minutes for my dial-up modem to load that document. So you innovate, and of course you depend on the wisdom of people that have already been doing that job. The MSSE program was already up and running when we developed the NPTT program. We learned from them, and eventually they learned things from us. But it's been interesting. I do want to thank all of the people that contributed to it. We had amazing faculty and instructors, teachers out of the Department of Education. This university is amazing. It'll support anything that makes good sense and is fiscally sound. And who could work in a better place? I don't know. I also want to thank Jamie O'Callahan, my longtime colleague and friend, as well as my longtime colleague, friend, and partner in life, Dr. Annette Chivilicek. Both of them have done a lot, and both of them were instrumental in the learning that I did and have been passing on to my students. So thank you very much. It is a tremendous honor, and I appreciate it.
The President's Excellence in Teaching Award seeks to identify MSU faculty members who, in addition to having achieved distinction within their professions, have demonstrated superior teaching abilities. Sweeney Windchief, please come forward. Sweeney Windchief, Associate Professor in the Department of Education, approaches the creation of course content through an in-depth discussion with students, known as course consensus and construction. Students work together to develop a curriculum that meets learning objectives. The student-centered approach creates student ownership in learning and is said to be both highly motivating and effective. Students say Dr. Windchief is a respected mentor who cares about his students' well-being and who challenges them to think more deeply and to explore alternative approaches to problems. At the conclusion of his courses, they say, students leave with a sense of pride about what they have learned and accomplished. Congratulations, Sweeney.
Greetings, everyone. I'd first like to recognize a couple of things. Number one, MSU is common ground for the 13 tribes of Montana. I want to recognize that we're contemporary people. We have place-based pedagogies that are grounded in millennia of empirical research and praxis. I would like to thank Drs. Carrie Myers, Tricia Seifert, Nigel Waterton, Jane Downey, and Christine Stanton for their mentorship, their idea exchange, and recognize their intellectual horsepower as it relates specifically to teaching. I also want to thank students Shannon Keene, and Drs. David Adderholt and Jason Cummins for nominating me for this prestigious award. I want to thank the leadership and the committee, as well as those students who take their learning serious by engaging in ways that allow them to participate in difficult subject matter and walk away with a well-formulated stance in controversial topics. I've never taken a course in teaching. I've had multiple mentors, both colleagues and students alike, who have convinced me that the term teaching, as defined in the dictionary, can have a complicated and potentially problematic power differential attached to it. I am of the opinion that is better defined quite simply as the facilitation of learning. Last but not least, I want to thank my wife Sarah for her love and support, particularly when I get home after like 10 p.m. and have a hard time shutting off my brain. With that, thank you very much, and Nina Pinama.